Equitos and Ebus are friends and they've been living like sisters for a while now. Both ladies are struggling to survive in the village, so they decided to venture into a business called land gatekeeping. This means they are going to be selling lands, properties, and renting out properties. Ebus is the one who is always bringing these ideas to Equitos. Equitos, also realizing there's nothing to do in the village, always goes along with the plan that Ebus brings along. Ebus and Equitos decided to sew uniform for themselves so they will look more legal doing the business. They went around the village announcing their new line of business. People started coming into them and asking for property, house to rent. They went on with this business, and along the way they decided to be selling out other people's property to others without their knowledge. They went on to rent a house that has already been rented out by another agent. People in the village started gossiping about their line of business and got to know that some of those properties that they do sell out to strangers are not theirs, or the owners of these lands and properties are not aware of their land or properties being sold to others. Equitos and Ebus, on their way to one of these transactions, met a gentleman called Max. Max stopped them by the way and had a conversation with them. He introduced himself as Max and told them that he would like to have a private conversation with Equitos. The ladies agreed to Max and gave their number to him. Whilst on their way home, Ebus told Equitos that it is so wrong of her to give her number out to strangers, knowing very well how today's day age is very dangerous in doing so. Ebus also told Equitos that the man is a stranger to the village and he could be a ritualist, meaning he could be fetching for human body parts to do money rituals. Equitos saw the sense in what her friend was saying and agreed not to answer to Maxwell's call or even try to call Maxwell either. Days later, Equitos and Ebus met other clients who wanted to rent an apartment. When they got to the house, the owners of the house were already there waiting to hear and know what exactly these two ladies are doing in their compound. They got hold of them, gave Equitos and Ebus 12 cane lashes each for trying to rent out their house to a stranger. Equitos and Ebus went home deciding on their fate on whether to continue selling lands or renting out property. The news of the lashes they received spread all over the village, and the villagers started gossiping about these two ladies on whether to sack them out of the community or keep them in the community. The younger brother of Equitos, called Chika, advised her elder sister to stop dealing in this business and find other lucrative and legal business to do. She was not hearing what the brother was saying. Equitos warned Chika to never talk to her like that. After all, she is the elder siblings. Chika apologizes to her and told her to stop doing this business or else it will land her and Ebus in big trouble. Ebus was on her way to go to Equitos' house and she met Maxwell on the way. Maxwell told Ebus that Equitos has refused to call her or even refused to pick up his call. Ebus promised to talk to Equitos on behalf of Maxwell. Maxwell, hearing this, became very happy and gave some amount to Ebus to try and talk to Equitos on his behalf. Ebus got to Equitos' house and told her about what Maxwell had said. Ebus, on the other hand, told Equitos that she needs to continue with that attitude because Maxwell looks like someone who is a ritualist and he doesn't look genuine. These are people who come back from the city and try to lure village girls into prostitution or killing them for money rituals. Equitos adhered to her friend's advice and continued rejecting the call of Maxwell. Maxwell, on the other hand, persisted but to no avail. Again, Maxwell had another meeting with Ebus to find out what the conversation with Equitos went. Ebus said she has done her best, but everything is left with Equitos if she wants to date him or even accept to go out on a date with him. Maxwell gave out some items, perfume, shoes, dresses, and other things to Ebus to give to Equitos. Maxwell also added some amount of cash to be given to Equitos. Days later, these items were not given to Equitos. Days later, Maxwell met with Equitos and tried to have conversation with her. Equitos was not interested and told him that he is a ritualist and doesn't look genuine. Maxwell tried to convince and apologize for everything and anything she thinks of him and tried to let her know that he is genuine and have feelings for her. But at the end, Equitos still insisted that he is not genuine and she is not interested in him. Maxwell had a conversation with his friend called Frank about the situation, and Frank advised him to talk to Equitos directly rather than talking to Ebus. After all, Ebus is not Equitos' sister. All he needs to find out who Equitos' brother is so he will have the conversation with her brother. But dealing with Ebus is not the right idea. Mars took this advice very seriously and tried to work on it. Equitos and Ebus started another line of business, which is selling things that do not belong to them. This time around, not just properties, but any other items they find, which is very good that will bring them money. They end up selling an item that belongs to a ghost, and this led the ghost tormenting them to the extent that the family of this ghost approached them whether they were the people that killed this late person. They had to confess that they sold a gold chain to a stranger and the gold chain was found in a compound, so they had to go out and retrieve the gold chain they sold out to a stranger and bring it to the compound of the late ghost. After doing that, the ghost left them, and the family of the ghost told them to stop dealing in this kind of business. Equitos and Ebus promised to never do this kind of business again. Chika was there to tell them that he had warned his sister severally to do better business, but she has refused to listen to him. By now, he knows they have learned their lesson in the hard way. On their way back home, Equitos told Ebus that they need space of each other for a while so they can think about their life and also decide on what business they will do this time around that will not bring problem to them. Ebus saw the sense in what Equitos said and agreed to it. Days later, Mars visited Equitos in her house and told Equitos about everything and all the gifts he has given to Ebus to give to her. Equitos immediately said she has not received any gift or item or cash from Ebus. Mars was so surprised to hear that from Equitos and said, well, he has given a lot of item and especially money to Ebus to be given to her. And also Maxwell said he has been making a lot of dealings with Ebus. And on the other hand, he has promised to take Ebus to the city if she's able to convince her to agree to his proposal. Equator said she is not aware of any of these information or ideas or things that he has given to Ebus. Immediately, Ma suggested that they should go to Ebu's house. When they got to Ebu's house, Ebus tried to run away, hide, or indicate to Maswa to keep quiet. But no, Maswa said he has already told Equatus about all the things and everything he has given to her. Ebus immediately know that everything is now in the open, and she started apologizing to Equatus. Equatus became very disappointed in her because she took her as her younger sister, and for her to do this to her, this is very diabolical. Some days later, Ebus went to Equatus to apologize properly. On seeing how good Equatus was to her, she knelt down and apologized sincerely to Equatus. Equatus saw that she has really repented and forgave her. Equatus also told Ebus that she and Maswell are dating now, and Maswell will be coming back to take her back to the city. Ebus was happy for her friend and also promised to be on her good behavior. Thanks for watching this recap. This channel brings you the best Nollywood movies. We save you time and money. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos for more movie recaps.